Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today to celebrate with us. My name is Walter Moreau. I'm the Executive Director of Foundation Communities. And on behalf of our board and our staff and our residents, we are so excited to celebrate the grand opening of Waterloo Terrace. This is our 7th supportive housing community. It gets us to about 900 residents. And we're just grateful to be here today, and we really want to take this time to say thank you to all of the donors, all of the construction workers, all of the architects, all the staff, and all the people who really made Waterloo possible. So what is this community? Waterloo is a home for 132 new residents. We are in a wonderful location in Northwest Austin, up by Mopac and Parmer. These are micro housing units, so they're small. They're efficiency apartments. You'll see we have a little video tour, and you'll see all the common areas and spaces here. But this is a home for folks, many of whom were formerly homeless, others that are just very low income and at risk in this very expensive place to live. We have residents here that are working, but maybe low wage or part-time. We have residents that are not able to work or retired. We have folks that you probably know, people that you've met from the supermarket or that go to your church or you know through school. These are neighbors, these are friends, and in some cases folks that are in your family that just need an affordable place to live and a little bit of support. We really want to be here for them. We were kind of amazed when we started opening. We did not do advertising about Waterloo Terrace, just kind of word of mouth. And we've had over 1,300 people join an interested list that want to apply to live here for 132 units. So that's over 10 people for every one apartment that's available. We're doing a lottery now and working through the application list. We're about half full, half leased. And really excited to be able to finally open and welcome folks home after 3 years of putting this new community together. We want to thank all the donors, and so we did a really quick slideshow just to recognize them, and you'll hear from a few folks that are going to speak in a minute. But let's show that slideshow now. I wish you all could be here in person and walk around and see how beautiful Waterloo is. Someday soon, but in the meantime, we did a video tour that shows off the highlights of the property and the apartments. I really want to do a shout out and thank you to Forgecraft Architects. They've been a great partner in designing this community. We've tried to learn from each of the other 6 communities and put the best practices in place here. And I also want to thank BEC Construction. We couldn't build it without them and all the hard work and workers that made this possible. So here's the video tour. Hi, I'm Walter Moreau, the Director at Foundation Communities. We're so excited we are ready to open Waterloo Terrace. This is a new community. We're going to welcome home 132 new residents, and we can't wait to welcome them home. So we're going to take you on a tour. Come on in.
This project has turned out to be really a beautiful design. The overall challenges of the site and the shape of the site, they did a wonderful job.
Right now we're standing in the courtyard at Waterloo Terrace, our newest property, and behind me are our front balconies, and we've added them to this project because we noticed at Bluebonnet Studios that we had a couple of residents with some green thumbs, and we thought that giving them a place to put their plants, maybe some chairs, would be a great opportunity for them.
It's kind of nice to have a big wide porch. You're allowed to have your own plants. It's very relaxing to garden and to do transplanting of plants and things. It's a lot of fun.
And some of the features that we have in our units, floors are all durable tile. We've got zero VOC paint. We have Energy Star high-efficiency appliances, LED lighting fixtures, low-flow plumbing fixtures, just everything we need in order to make a green, livable apartment. I think the thing that makes Waterloo Terrace special for me is the courtyard space. It's really the heart of the community, and it's going to give residents a great place to hang out.
Oh yes, it's very nice here. It might be gardening, or we can also barbecue outside, or just sit out and read a book. I needed this opportunity to live a healthier lifestyle. It's just wonderful.
So we recognize that pets are very important to our residents for mental health, for companionship, just general happiness.
I have a dog. She needs a place to go run around, and they have a grooming station set up just for the animals. She loves it here. I do too.
This will be home for people that probably you know, people you've met, people from school or from church, people from the grocery store. A lot of times it's somebody that may be a friend or a member in your family, and we really want to be here for them.
The need for our kind of housing in the city is very apparent. Last year, the City of Austin set a goal to create 60,000 new affordable housing units within the next 10 years, and I just feel like Foundation Communities is doing our part by opening up new communities like Waterloo Terrace every year.
I was really shocked, but amazed that I was gonna finally have my own home again, you know. So just that feeling is indescribable.
Living at Waterloo Terrace for me has been the opportunity that I needed. This was just wonderful for me, and I'm going to live a happier lifestyle for myself, and I couldn't be happier. I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed.
I'm so happy that Karen and Margaret and other residents have found a home with us. We have amazingly resilient residents, and they really are the inspiration for everything that we do. I'm really privileged to introduce the mayor, but before I do that, I want to take a moment of privilege too to thank the Foundation Community staff. Despite all the challenges of this year, we did it. After 3 years of hard work, we finally get to this point where Waterloo Terrace is open. I really want to recognize and thank the real estate development team led by Sabrina Butler. That team found the land, put the funding together, did the design, got the permits, broke ground, and we're on time and we're on budget. So that's really amazing after 3 years of work. They handed off a lot to Paula and to Kaki and the management and the service staff that make Waterloo a really awesome place to live. So many staff were involved, from accounting to compliance. It really is an organizational effort. So I can't thank everybody enough, and I hope everybody is extremely proud at this time. So I'm honored to introduce Mayor Adler. We could not build Waterloo Terrace or any of our communities without support from the City of Austin, investment of housing bonds that the voters approved. So I'm grateful to recognize and welcome Mayor Adler to say a few words. Thank you.
Walter, thank you. Thank you to your staff. Thank you to all the donors with Foundation Communities. I just wish everybody could see this. This is beautiful, Waterloo Terrace. This is such a comfortable and welcoming environment. Congratulations to Margaret and to Karen. I'm so glad that you found your way to Foundation Communities. I also know that there are so many others in our city that are looking for such a wonderful place to be able to call home. And that's exactly why we need affordable housing in this city. And our challenge is getting greater, not smaller. And for everybody that participated in this, including the residents of this city, the voters in Austin. What was it? Proposition A 2 years ago was to approve $250 million affordable housing bond. It passed with 73% of the community. I am so proud to be part of a community that will vote to take positive and constructive action to help bring better lives to the people that live in our city. That 73% absolute landslide. I am really proud that Waterloo Terrace is the first project to receive funds from these housing bonds and then to come out of the ground like this. The city continues to explore and to invest in foundation communities, in many different strategies to bring affordable housing at many different levels to our community, working with our community partners. And no one is doing what they do better than foundation communities. So thank you. This is the 7th supportive housing community for single adults that the city has helped fund. All 7 of them with foundation communities. Proud of the partnership. Proud and I want to say thank you not just for myself and for the entire community, but for my colleagues on the council. I think we're going to hear from Councilmember Poole, but the entire council would want me to express their appreciation to you, this organization, and to your staff and donors. It is clear that foundation communities builds communities that anyone would be proud to call home. Walter, thank you and congratulations.
Hi, everyone. I'm Leslie Poole, council member in District 7. I am so proud to have Waterloo Terrace as a beautiful, affordable housing community in District 7. The opening of Waterloo Terrace is a huge and important step toward achieving the City of Austin's affordability goals and ensuring that Austin remains a welcoming community for everyone. While Austin has made considerable progress towards its affordable housing goals, significant work still remains. In District 7, we are extremely close to reaching our goal, which I would so like to see, but we've been just falling just short. So that's where Waterloo Terrace's opening comes in and why I'm so keen. Waterloo Terrace provides a significant step toward reaching the goals of both the City of Austin and District 7, adding 132 apartment homes to an area that so needs more housing options. Waterloo Terrace is Foundation Community's 7th affordable housing community for single adults, many of whom come from homelessness or are veterans, seniors, they're individuals with disabilities. Many of them are managing chronic health issues. A huge asset to Waterloo Terrace's future residents is its extremely well-situated location. It's close to St. David's Medical Center, to HEB, to the Domain, to 2 metro rail stations, and an ACC campus. And an asset near and dear to my heart, Waterloo Terrace is right by the hike and bike trails that will link it to Walnut Creek Park, and which will provide its community members with excellent access to green space and great connectivity to city assets. I'll also note that Waterloo Terrace has been built to further the important goals of sustainability in our community. It was even chosen to participate in the city's Cool House virtual tour in June, showcasing homes built for extreme energy efficiency. Congratulations on that, Waterloo Terrace folks. There's so much more I could say about Waterloo Terrace and what it'll bring to our city, and I am beyond thrilled for its opening. Thanks for having me here today, and congratulations, Foundation Communities.
Good morning, and thank you for having me at today's exciting grand opening of Waterloo Terrace. I'm Rosie Truelove, Director of the City of Austin's Housing and Planning Department, and I'm pleased to be here not only to celebrate the opening of this amazing property, but also to take a moment to acknowledge this project's unique mix of achievements by meeting several of the city's affordable housing goals. While my typical involvement in these types of grand openings has changed for the current times, as made obvious by my virtual attendance, I still love participating in these grand openings because I feel they present a unique opportunity to take pause from daily work for a moment of reflection, appreciation, and unbridled celebration, which we very infrequently give ourselves the time to do as we work tirelessly towards solving affordable housing challenges in Austin. The City of Austin's strategic housing blueprint set the sights high in 2017, setting a 10-year goal of creating 60,000 income-restricted affordable units, 1,000 of which should be permanent supportive housing units to create the supply and type of housing needed to assist our friends experiencing homelessness. It's projects like Waterloo Terrace that help us measurably meet these goals and demonstrate that with hard work, collaboration, and leveraging all the available tools in the toolbox, it can be done. While 100% of this community is permanent supportive housing, 27 of the units in this project are designated as continuum of care for individuals who have previously experienced homelessness, which are low barrier, and I'm told these units filled up first. Another goal worth mentioning from the housing blueprint is to disperse affordable housing across all 10 districts, with properties west of MOPAC being less than common, and Waterloo Terrace ticks that box as well. The city relies on a strong community network of nonprofits, agencies, funding mechanisms, and Austin's general collaborative spirit to see these projects through to fruition. The city appreciates the collaboration with ECHO and foundation communities, and we were thrilled to support this project financially by providing $6.4 million in funds from the City of Austin's Rental Housing Development Assistance Program. That's just one way we can help make more of these properties happen. Congratulations to all who made this property come alive, and it's my hope that it serves as a model for other developments, partnering and leveraging dollars to provide housing to those most in need in our community. Thank you for taking the time to acknowledge Waterloo Terrace today.
I'm really grateful to the city and as well to the state. The Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs was a major funder. But I want to highlight, Waterloo is a great example of a public and private partnership. Our biggest private funder was Wells Fargo, and Teresa Alvarez from Wells Fargo is going to share a few words.
Hi, I'm Teresa Alvarez, Senior Vice President of Community Relations at Wells Fargo. On behalf of Wells Fargo, I am here today to congratulate Foundation Communities on the grand opening of Waterloo Terrace. Wells Fargo is proud to be a major investor with $15 million in tax credits and a $10 million construction loan. This investment allows Foundation Communities to provide affordable rents in Austin. In addition, 20% of the units are dedicated to people experiencing chronic homelessness. One of the key focus areas in our philanthropic strategy at Wells Fargo is housing affordability. We know that it takes a team to create quality housing. We are proud to work with Foundation Communities because they have a proven track record of success. Over the past year, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Wells Fargo made investments to assist 200,000 individuals with rent relief, evacuation prevention, and other housing initiatives. I am honored to work with Foundation Communities team to help assist their 7,000 residents locally with $85,000 in grants for emergency services in response to both the February winter storm that we all just lived through and for COVID relief. Foundation Communities makes a tremendous impact in our community every day. I can't wait to see the impact Waterloo Terrace will make. Thank you, Foundation Communities, for making housing affordable for all Austinites.
Our last speaker and key funder is St. David's Foundation. We couldn't do the health programming at all of our communities for our 7,000 residents without the real mission and commitment of St. David's. So I'm very honored to welcome Ed Berger, the president of St. David's Foundation, who's live in his office to share a few words.
Thanks so much, Walter, and great seeing you at that beautiful courtyard. And before I start with my reflections, I just want to share my deep gratitude to you for your leadership, passion, and dedication to community service. So just thank you so much. It's a delight to join all of you today to celebrate and recognize this tremendous milestone, the official grand opening of Waterloo Terrace. I'm sorry that I can't be with you live in person, but I'm happy that Walter actually provided me with an in-person tour at the end of last year. And even during that final phase of construction, the complex was already impressive and truly uplifting. You know, as you know, the future impact of this housing community is truly enormous. As safe, stable, nurturing, and affordable housing is a critical lever for health. The well-being of individuals, families, and the community doesn't start in a hospital or a doctor's office. Wellness begins at home. The on-site services, support mechanisms, the artful design features that are so thoroughly incorporated into Waterloo Terrace help transform this beautiful, affordable housing complex into genuine and loving homes, and collectively to healthy, positive social ties, self-sustainability, and success. As we at St. David's Foundation work to advance health equity in Central Texas, it brings me and the entire foundation such joy to celebrate and acknowledge what Waterloo Terrace will offer all our neighbors who it will serve. And frankly, before I end, I just want to take a moment to recognize the tremendous innovation and agility in which Foundation Communities has supported Central Texas since the pandemic began. From pivoting your working models and responding to unprecedented needs to serving as a steadfast beacon of hope for so many. We're grateful for all you do to lift up our community every day. So thank you for inviting me here today as we celebrate Waterloo Terrace and, with optimism, celebrate the potential and the promise of all of its future residents. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
All right, there's one more official thing to do. Right there. 3, 2, 1. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in today and helping us to celebrate the opening of Waterloo Terrace. Hope to see you here in person before too long. Mayor, thank you very much. We're grateful. That's it.